Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on the purchase of your Flagstaff Epro 19 BH bunkhouse travel trailer. Pretty cool little unit here. I'm going to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple things to take into consideration. Of course, on your campsite, your awning. Then I want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. Your water is going to be right here on the off campsite toward the front, and your power is going to be just above your tire. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you get there, first thing you do is level your unit. Retract to bring down, extend to raise. You do have a night docking light and a manual override with that hand crank right there. We'll go right in here and run that down if you lose power. Speaking of power, check your battery post when you arrive. Make sure your batteries haven't wiggled loose, the terminals. Once we get our unit level, that's what we're going to do is stabilize it. On all four corners of your unit, you got these stabilized jacks, 3/4 inch hand crank. Crank these down. Now I will recommend stabilizing jack pads when I run these down. They're going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt and debris and hot blacktop. Get a 4-pack of those, put them down, and run these down just until you've got some resistance on your hand crank here. Remember, they're stabilizing jacks, not leveling jacks. We don't want to bring the unit up at all. We just want to get it nice and stable. Once it is, we can hook up our power and water. Now, where these new cords go on now, they go into the left. So that goes in. Wiggle it in there, and then turn it to the right, and then take your black washer and put that on. Now at the end of that 30 amp service, should you need it, in your convenience pack will be a 30 to 110 adapter. Got that hooked up. Let's hook up our water. At the campsite, you'll hook up the city water connection. Use your water pressure regulator. Hook that up to your city water connection. Hook up your hose, but don't turn your hose on yet. Open up your hot water heater and make sure our drain plug's back in. You may have left that out last time you were camping. Make sure that's back in there, then you can turn on your hose. After your hose has been on for a little while, go inside and open up your water taps. Get the air out of the lines. Once water's flowing freely through those, you know you can go ahead and turn on your hot water heater from indoors. There is an on-off electric element here. See, it's taped to off. The only time you ever want to turn that on down there is if you're hooked up to 110. Turn it on there as well as indoors. So let's say we're gonna go camping and we're gonna go boondocking. Dry docking, we need potable water. Fresh water tanks right here. Simply fill that up with a hose. No need for a water pressure regulator. 2 ways to tell when it's full. One, there's an overflow valve right there. Or 2, on the inside where you check the levels of your battery and tanks. Press your fresh water button, that'll tell you when this is full. Just remember, when using potable water, you're gonna have to turn on your water pump. That's inside as well. Don't turn on your water pump when hooked up to city water. That's already pressurized. All right, we're all set up to camp now with power and water. Let me go ahead and walk you around the rest of the unit and show you a few other things. So on the front here, starting on your off campsite, a docking light. The big pass-through storage. In there is a table, a stand, and a griddle. I'll show you where those set up over on the other side. Your hot water heater. Again, fresh water, potable water, antifreeze inlet, cable and satellite, your fresh water drain. It's a spot to store your sewage hose. Here's your black and gray tanks. That's where we'll dump those. Back door access, you know this will lift up and make this into all storage here. Your ladder, utilize it. Go up there a couple times a year. Check your seams and caulk as needed. Maintain the roof of your unit. You're going to maintain the life of your unit. Unit's also prepped for a Furion backup camera. There's your black tank flush. We'll talk about that when leaving the campsite. Coming over to our campsite, let's talk about your awning. If your picnic table's at the other end, it starts raining, use your pitch adjust. That'll adjust the awning to run your rainwater off the opposite end. Here is the lip that those grills and tables will sit on. 110 and a quick connect LP right there for it. This is a vent for your microwave, your outdoor speakers. This is a flue for your furnace. If you're running your furnace, steer clear of that. It'll get rather warm. And coming down here is your low point drain. And again, your pass-through storage. Unit's also prepped for solar. You can plug in a solar panel right here and that'll trickle charge your batteries. The propane does have a cover. It's on a regulator. Simply point it toward the tank you wish to be using. It's an automatic switch over, lefty loosey to open. That about covers everything on the outside. Let's go take a look inside your unit. First thing I'd like to point out when coming inside is your fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows that the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway. To your left as soon as you come in, control panel. So here's where you check your levels. Here would be your brand new battery. Fresh, black, and gray tanks. That fresh tank is the one I said you can hold down to tell when your potable water is full. Here's where you turn on your water pump. Your water heater hooked up to gas. Water heater hooked up to electric. Here's your awning. I'm going to show you. On this awning, you only want to extend that out until that flap falls down to 90 degrees. You're out far enough. That will extend past that. So go ahead and keep an eye on your awning when you run it out. Below that, one control. So there's an app that you can download from Google Play or Apple App Store. And you can do all of this from your phone. You can stand outside and open up your awning, or if you're at your fire pit, you can go ahead and shut off your trailer lights. It's a really nice system. Over here is your TPS tire pressure monitoring system. Show your awning coming the rest of the way in. I'm going to send you a separate video specifically from TST. He breaks it down really nice and shows you how to set that up. Coming into your unit here, 110 with GFCI reset. You have a light and a fan above your stove. I will send you another video on the Go Power. Your biggest thing here is you're going to want to change this to flooded battery. Other than that, everything else is explained inside the video. You can power boost this, leave that unflooded. Your glass top here makes an excellent backsplash. Just flip that back, turn on your panel light, turn this to light, hit your spark here, and your gas is on, this will light. Same thing down here in your oven, just turn it to light and then hit your spark here, that'll light it. No need for a pilot light anymore. And then just set it to the desired temperature. Click this down and it becomes a oven light. A self-explanatory microwave. Just want to mention on the Magic Chef fridge, for travel, make sure you have this over here. It's going to keep that from swinging open. Smoke alarm coming in the hallway. You do have a hand crank open power exhaust vent here. Shut that off. 110 and lighting frame here. Your bunks have their own individual lighting. One touch. So coming up inside the unit, I like to point out the fire extinguisher first. Make sure that you and everyone that's camped with you knows the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway in case of an emergency. To the right of that, 110 with USB port, or excuse me, with GFCI reset. 110 over there. And up here on your wall, your control panel. Start with your tire pressure monitoring system. I am actually going to send you a video from TST showing you how to set that up. Down below that, your control panel. Here's a Wi-Fi ranger. Turn that on down here. There's your passcode and everything. That'll allow you to pick up more channels or a better Wi-Fi when you're at the back of the park. Here's where you check your batteries. Brand new battery. Your fresh and gray tanks. Here's where you turn on your water heater. If hooked up to electric, your water heater if hooked up to gas. Your water pump if using potable water. Your tank heater if you're in inclement weather. Here's your awning. I'm going to extend that out, show you. Run that out just until that flap falls down to 90 degrees. That's as far as you want to run that out. I'll show you that will continue running out, so keep an eye on it. Gonna run that back in. I'll talk about the rest of your controls here. There's your slide controls. We'll run your slides back in when we're done. Underneath that, your interior lighting, porch lighting, awning, step lighting, and one control. Go to the App Store, download this app, and you can stand outside, run your slides out. If you're out at the fire, you want to shut the lights off on your unit, you can do that. If it starts raining, you can run your awning out. Really nice system. A really cool app. All right, our awning's back in. Walk around the rest of the unit here. Coming into your kitchen here. A self-explanatory microwave. Down below that, your fan and light. Your stovetop makes an excellent backsplash. Turn on your panel light. Turn that to light. Hit your spark. Oh, hit your spark on this end. And there's your flames. Same thing on your oven. Turn your oven on here to light. Spark it here. No need for a pilot light anymore. Just set it at the desired temperature. Pan light down means oven light. Magic Chef fridge, make sure that this is closed in here for travel. Down below that, access panel to your breaker box and fuses. Brings me over to your television. Fridge under your bunks. Under your fridge, all the way to the ground. Underneath is your access panel to your breaker box and fuses. Which way is this one open? Got a little variety in there, a couple 15s, a 30, a 40. Grab a handful of those, take with you camping. Beside that is your 12 volt carbon monoxide propane detector. Now the reason I mention this 12 volt, it's always running off your battery. So if you're gonna be gone for the day, if you're out boondocking, disconnect one of your battery posts to keep this from running your batteries down. Your furnace here, you just turn that on here, and your AC, turn that on here. You're plugged in, you'll have power to those. We'll push up USB port, power tower, and your Furrion TV. They just ran upstairs to get that for you, to hook that up. DVD player in that as well. Nice system. Now let's act like we're leaving the campsite. First thing I like to do is just click off my interior lights. Then I can walk around the unit and see if there's any individual lights that I need to shut off. Looked like that was the only one. Exiting our unit. When closing these steps up, you want to make sure this door opens all the way. Before I do that, I see I've got my awning and porch lights still on. Shut them off. Door open. Lift this up. You see how close it comes, so it's got to be all the way open. Pull that back here. Lock and deadbolt your door. Lift and turn your handle. Now if we're hooked up at a campsite, we're gonna dump those low point drains. Before you do that, let's unhook our cable, water, and power, and bring up our stabilizing jacks. Then Dump our low point drains here. If we're out boondocking, there's a freshwater drain right there. Come to your hot water heater. Lift up on this pressure release valve. It's going to spew hot water out of there, so be careful. Drop that down, then pull your drain plug. Be sure to close your door. People actually do leave the doors open, forget about it. See them flopping in the wind going down the highway. Hook up our hitch and head on up to the dump station. At the dump station, park accordingly. Your dump is going to be at the rear of your unit on your driver's side of your tow vehicle. You have a 10-foot hose, comes with your convenience pack. Hook that up and pull that black handle. That's going to be your sewage. After it sounds like that black handle is no longer draining, leave that handle open. Come back here, and with the hose at the dump station, again, use your water pressure regulator. Hook the hose up and let that run for a good 5 minutes. It's going to wash all that nastiness out of your black tank. Close that up, unhook your hose, close your black handle, and pull your gray handle. Gray handle is going to be cleaner water, your sinks, your showers. That'll clean your sewage hose out for you. And then you can take and store that in a convenient sanitary place and head on home. Again, well, thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Epro for many years to come. Happy camping.